Hey guys, it's me Dinky and welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, as you can see from the title, it says the things that I've learned for a year here in Singapore. So I chose this video because today marks my first year in Singapore, guys. 1 year na. So parang pumikit lang ako, 1 year na pala ako dito sa Singapore, and sobrang bilis ng oras dito, hindi mo talaga mapapansin. So 1 year na yon, of course, marami akong na-experience and marami akong na-realize. That's why I made this video. So guys, if you want to know all the things that I've learned for a year, living alone, living in a different country, yung mga experiences ko, then just keep on watching. So the first thing that I have learned as I moved here is that you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone. And in my case, syempre, Philippines, my home, it is my comfort zone. So as I step here in Singapore, I expected already na bago lahat, like new place to stay, new environment, new people, and lahat would be new experiences. So as I go on with my life here, I realized that you have to do things that is very uncomfortable with you. Kasi pag ginawa mo yung mga bagay na yun, that's the point where you will learn, that's where you will grow, and that's where you will really mature. And I can say na talagang since day one na nag-move ako dito, sobrang nag-mature ako and nag-grow ako in a positive way, dahil para bang I learned how to be independent and I learned how to do things on my own. So dito matuto akong mag-isa, natuto akong mag-decide on my own, and like just as simple as that. Talagang lahat you have to survive on your own. If not, di ka talaga mabubuhay dito. So I became stronger. I got wiser in decision making, and marami din ako natutunan as I lived here in Singapore. So number 2, I learned how to embrace the local culture. For me, there's no point in moving in a different country if you won't want to embrace the culture of that specific country. So syempre, as I moved here, I learned how to respect differences. And Singapore, knowing Singapore, hindi lang Chinese ang nakatira dito. Marami. We have Chinese, we have Malays, Indians, Eurasians, and not to mention yung mga Angmos, or they call it the foreigners. And yung mga foreigners, marami rin lahi yan. May mga Canadian, Dutch, Europeans, lahat yan. So, as I move here, marami ka you would really have to learn how to be flexible in dealing with other people. So yeah, you have to integrate yourself with local food, their way of life, and of course, yung people. As much as I can, I really try to talk to local people, and I know it's a bit hard kasi knowing Singapore's culture na parang hindi sila as ano ba, hindi naman sa hindi approachable, it's just that they're not as friendly as Filipinos. Alam ng lahat yan. So there are just people who wouldn't want to talk to you, and it's hard to talk to everybody, but meron din naman kakausap sa'yo kahit papaano. So yeah, must integrate yourself with the culture. Number 3, I realized, alam ko pala sa sarili ko na sobrang, excuse me, nag-burp ako, sobrang expensive at napaka-high standard ng living dito sa Singapore. As in, mahal. So, since nag-move ako dito, kailangan talagang wag mo i-convert ang dollar sa peso kasi mai-stress ka talaga, no? Okay, yung titirhan mo pa lang, it's just a room, pero ang katumbas na price is parang apartment na sa atin. Pero, syempre, I mean, higher salary, so medyo higher din talaga yung price na babayaran mo sa housing. And also yung food, actually okay naman. Medyo mahal kapag kakain ka sa labas, but when you buy grocery, it would be definitely cheaper. So since nag-move ako dito, I learned how to manage my finances, which is hindi ko kayang gawin sa Philippines dahil napakagastos ko. So every month, you have to make sure that you really have a budget and you have to make sure na you have some like a money or a specific amount that you have to send to the Philippines para hindi mo magastos, and you have another budget for your spending money kasi napakamahal nga dito, to the point na hindi talaga ako namimili ng clothes dito or anything. Lahat ng gamit ko ay sa Philippines ko pa rin nabibili. So, yung mga pinapurchase ko lang dito, it's either super mura dito or mas mahal sa Philippines, or sale lang talaga yung binibili ko dito. Kasi, yeah, mahal talaga dito. Okay, so number 4, I learned how to value time and my family more. Grabe, parang living abroad may sound fun because, of course, living alone, it means freedom. But then there are really days that you would really just want to go home and like, you know, be with your family members. Ang pinakamahirap na, for me ang pinakamahirap is the part when you go home alone. And then, when you open the door, no one's there, your family isn't here, and then there's no food na nakaserve. Nasanay kasi ako sa Philippines na pag-uwi, maraming tao sa house. And lagi may food kasi napakasarap magluto ni mommy. So, talagang mahirap, and sometimes I feel homesick, but then you have to be strong, not for somebody else, but you have to be strong for yourself. So, for number 5, I realized that Singapore is very convenient and very accessible, especially in terms of their transportation. Napakadali, guys. Parang, never at akong pinawisan sa bus na parang, yung pinaka-peak hours is parang maluwag pa rin sa atin compared dito. So, bus, MRT, Grab, taxi, lahat yan, madali. Pero, can I just say, mahal talaga yung Grab dito, and Gojek, yung mga other transpo app. You don't have the reason to take taxi unless pagod ka talaga or like marami kang dala. Pero sobrang convenient ng transportation dito. Like, you can imagine yourself bring a luggage sa MRT at dadalhin mo siya sa airport. Dito, napakadali. Be it bus or MRT, wala talagang hassle. So, it's really, really, really. And for number 6, I have learned that you really have to be, or you should always be a tourist. Like, this country is quite small. Singapore is very small. They say it's just the same size as Manila. Pero, I am sure na not just me, even yung mga foreigners na matagal na nakatira dito or even locals, hindi pa nila talaga na-explore in Singapore. So, that's why this year, I'm taking the time to explore more, and gusto ko pang mas ma-discover yung Singapore, not just in terms of food, but also yung mga places, like mga hidden places. And I would really try to connect myself more to nature, kasi kahit maliit lang yung country na to, there are hidden gems or hidden places here na pwede nyong mapuntahan. And for number 7, I feel, or I realize, and I learned, and I know that Singaporeans are quite talented. They are. And I think they think likewise for Filipinos. Parang every time na may mamimit akong local, they would say like, hey, you're Filipino, I'm sure you can dance, I'm sure you can sing, I'm sure you can do this, you can do that. Which is nakaka-touch naman kasi feeling nila very talented mga Filipinos. But I feel the same way with them. Na parang they're very, very competitive in different field, be it art, be it business, be it lahat talaga. I feel like they're very competitive. And what I like about here in Singapore, yung mga tao dito, in terms of art, I feel like they're more expressive kasi they, like, I can see and they see the differences ng bawat tao dito, and they never judge. And that's what I really like about this place, na parang kahit anong suotin mo, like kahit anong gawin mo, like anong trip mo sa life, they wouldn't really judge you. And for number 8, this is quite special to me dahil ito yung field ko. They really, really give importance to the people who have special needs. Nakavisit kasi ako ng mga centers nila dito, like therapy centers for kids with special needs. Sobrang advanced talaga ng mga facilities nila, which is very, very good kasi talagang effectivity ng matututo ng mga, yung na pagkatuto ng mga bata is very high. So, okay yon. And one thing I noticed about Singapore is that, for example, you take public transport, right? Yung bus nila, kapag mayroon naka-wheelchair, hindi pa muna papapasukin yung mga normal na people. So, ang gagawin nila is open nila yung parang door sa pinakalikod, and then they would put a ramp para talagang yung mga taong naka-wheelchair, mga naka-strollers, pwede silang pumasok sa bus without any help. Kumbaga, isa-set up lang ng driver yung ramp, and then makakapasok na sila. So, it's very accessible. And another thing na pansin ko is that when you're gonna cross a road, meron silang button na pinipress, and then you can tap the card if meron kang ID for PWD. So, let's just say for normal bypassers, they have 30 seconds to cross the road. And if meron kang special needs, and if you tap your card on it, parang magiging more than 30 seconds. So, you have more time to cross the road. So, I just feel like they more give importance. Unlike kasi sa atin na parang hindi talaga very convenient na mag-commute yung mga naka-wheelchair. It's either you have your own car or kailangan mo mag-grab. Hindi ka rin makapag-jeep. So, paano naman yung mga wala? So, that's what I really like about this place also. So, I just hope na ma-adapt din natin yung ganong system nila. And for number 9, I realized talaga na very, 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 very safe dito sa Singapore. In terms of safety, parang wala ka talagang problema. So, kahit umuwi ka ng late, okay lang. Parang normal na may naglalakad dito ng past midnight kasi sobrang safe talaga. I don't wanna compare, pero like, syempre, being a girl, kapag sa atin, if you walk past midnight is parang mahirap na talaga kasi delikado. So, dito safe talaga. And, let's just say you're gonna eat, diba, sa restaurant. Sa atin, hindi ka pwede mag-iwan ng gamit sa table. Pero dito, they really leave their bags para i-save yung table. And ako, honestly, sobrang comfortable ako in a way na pati cellphone ko, iniwan ko lang sa top ng table, and then hindi ako worried na may kukuha or anything kasi sobrang trusted ng mga people dito. And I'm not saying naman na lahat, pero it's just safe here. Very, very safe, which is really, really, really good also. So, for my last realizations is that I realized na bawal kang maging tanga. Kasi sobrang advanced ng technology dito, and sobrang lahat talaga yung pacing ng lahat dito ay mabilis. Kailangan din makisabay ka sa kanila. So, may mga tanga moments ako, pero like, for example, yung payment, yung mga pag-tap dyan, pag-send dito, pag-scan ng code dyan. So, medyo nakakatanga siya, and very short yung patience sa mga tao dito mag-explain. So, I feel like bawal ka maging tanga, and you have to be open din na maki-step up sa gaming nila. So, I guess that's it. Yun lang naman ang aking last realization. So, there guys, these are the 10 things that I've learned. I hope this is interesting. And I feel like kinapa ako tumaladal dito. And ang dami ng dumaan dito sa harap ko na nakatingin sa akin dahil kinakusap ko yung camera ko. But then, they don't care. They really care. So, ayun guys. Those are my realizations. So, just click thumbs up if naka-relate kayo somehow. And if you want to know more about like my experiences in living in Singapore, just comment it down below. Yeah, say pa ganon. Baka naman may interesado. Char! So, yun lang naman guys. So, I've been talking nonsense already. Kaya na pa ako dada. So, I think that's it for today. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Ciao!